Fill in the blank. With the appropriate word, Q1 Raju was sent to the I-office by the English teacher. Q2 important that you have your breakfast daily.
Good job. Your answer principles and it works well here.
Identify the picture and tick the correct option. Perfect. Bets is the correct choice.
Who is the author of the novel Meedu in Madras?
You chose Vasanta Sun, and it is correct.
This is the dash of the Pallava dynasty. You're right. Emblem is the correct answer.
How many singular plural forms are true? Tooth, teeth, furniture, furniture, luggage, luggages, claw, claws, loaf, loaves.
Clear logic. Your choice 4 is sound and 100% true.
Patty, I'll wash it myself. Why should I put you to trouble? Was said by.
Solid response. Ravi is a valid choice.
Fill in the blank, trying to hide beneath it. He dash a few chilies over himself.
Right again. Tipped is a valid answer. How does Roku Mani react when she discovers what happened to the Chappals? Correct. She gets angry is the right answer.
Music master's notes seemed to float up and settle perfectly into the dash.
Exactly. Invisible tracks make sense and it is right choice. Complete the following sentence. Ooh, don't bring dash here. Well done. Dirty creature is the right choice. What historical place does Ravi mention in relation to the cat's ancestry?
On track. Mahabalipuram is the correct answer. To what was the music of Mridu's cousin and the music master compared to? You got it? Your choice sound of train is right.
What quality of Ravi is shown when he talks about the kitten's history?
Bravo. Imagination is the answer. I suppose he doesn't have the money to buy Chappals. Was said by Dash.
Smart move. Gentle is an accurate answer.
What secret does Meena share with Mridu at the beginning of the story?
Excellent choice. A kitten is the right answer. What does Patty suggest might have happened to the missing Chappals?
Right choice. They were stolen is the best answer.
Vomiting the lifting of a patient with a fire dash. Nice work. You chose thick bitterberry bush and it is correct. The beggar had been coming to Rokumani's house for the last a dash.
Nice selection. 1 week is the correct and valid answer.
What startled the kitten and made it hide under the chili tray? Paw? Sharp thinking. Lali's violin playing is the right choice.
What does Ravi claim is the emblem of the ancient Pallava kings?
Well reasoned. Lion is the correct choice. What does Rokumani give to the music master as a replacement?
Strong choice. Gopu Uncle's Chappals is the right answer. It's time he found another house to beg from. Was said by Dash. Correct response. Abandon is the most accurate answer. A sharp V-shaped line between Roku Mani's eyebrows suggested.
Valid point. She was getting angry is true. Dash creeps up to the window to see Lali and the music master. Great job. Gentle is the accurate answer.
What was the animal that Ravi and Meena found outside the gate?
Nicely done. Small kitten is a solid answer. What made the kitten jump in fear and hide under the chilies? Smart pick. Lali's violin sound is the correct choice. According to Ravi, where did the kitten's ancestors come from? Great thinking. Mahabalipuram and Egypt is the right choice. Whose slippers were given to the music teacher by Rakumani? Excellent. Gumama is a brilliant choice. The person who made himself comfortable in Rakumani's house. Well picked. A beggar is the correct answer. One of the children gave away her chappals to the beggar. Good thinking. False is the right answer. According to Ravi, what ancient civilization worshipped cats? Smart move. Egyptian is an accurate answer. On getting Gopu Mama's chappals, the music master become dash. Clear logic. Your choice happy is sound and 100% true. The children gave the beggar the slippers that belonged to. Great thinking. Music teacher is the right choice. Which of the following is the poet of the poem, The Rebel? Correct response. DJ Enright is the most accurate answer. The kitten was lapping up milk from a coconut half shell. Well done. True is the right choice. The ball in which the kitten was kept was lined with dash. Nicely done. Sacking and sand is a solid answer. The beggar spread his upper cloth under the neem tree too. Excellent. Sleep under the tree is a brilliant choice. What is Midhu's relationship to the family in the story? Well picked. Friend is the correct answer. The Mahabalipuram Rishi cats belong to which dynasty? Exactly. Pallava makes sense, and it is right choice. Where did the music master go to purchase his chappals? Good job. Your answer Mount Road works well here. Whose slipper did Rakumani give to the music master? Nice work. You chose Gumama, and it is correct. To what did Midhu's cousin compare the kitten's fur to? Excellent choice. A lion's mane is the right answer. Ravi, Midhu, and Meena donated the old slippers of Dash. Sharp thinking. The music master of Lali is the right choice. The music master was happy getting Gop Mam's chappals. Right again. True is a valid answer. Dash says that Mridu will never learn playing violin. Right choice. Ravi is the best answer. Who asserted the little kitten as a Egyptian cat god? Nice selection. Gentle is the correct and valid answer. How does the music master describe his lost chappals? Great job. Brand new and expensive is the accurate answer. Where do Ravi and Meena take Miridu after she arrives? Correct. To the backyard is the right answer. The beggar's mouth was stained dash of betel chewing. Valid point. Brown is true. In what state did Midhu find the large black slipper? Smart pick. Gray With dust is the correct choice.
Where did Ravi pour the leftover milk for the kitten?
Solid response. A coconut shell is a valid choice.
From where had the music master bought the chappals?
You got it? Your choice, Mount Road, is right.
Who do you think is the character of Rebel based on?
You chose a young child, and it is correct.
A dash chain gleamed around the music master's neck.
Perfect. Gold is the correct choice.
The people of Mahabalipuram worshipped cats in dash.
You're right. Egypt is the correct answer.
Behind a thick, bitter berry bush, there lay a small.
On track. Kitten is the correct answer.
Where is the story? A Gift of Chappals. Taken from?
Bravo. Mudin Madras is the answer.
Q1. The large, grey, dusty slippers belonged to whom?
Well reasoned. Music master is the correct choice.
Whose chappals do the children give to the beggar?
Strong choice. The music master's is the right answer.
The beggar had dash on the soles of his bare feet.
Good thinking. Blisters is the right answer.
Red chilies were kept in the backyard for drying.
Correct. True is the right answer.
He needs something on his feet, was said by Dash.
Sharp thinking. Meena is the right choice.
What did the children use to feed the kitten milk?
Strong choice. A half coconut shell is the right answer.
Whose name should be written in the end of notice?
Valid point. Authorized person is true.
What did Midu and her cousins give to the beggar?
Solid response. Chapel is a valid choice.
Where did the music master buy his chappals from?
Excellent. Mount Road is a brilliant choice.
Who was famous for his generosity in Mahabharata?
Clear logic. Your choice is sound and 100% true.
Lali's way of playing violin is compared to Dash.
Good thinking. Derailing of a train is the right answer.
Whose chappals were actually given to the beggar?
Smart move. Music master is an accurate answer.
Duty is the Hindi meaning of a Tamil word dash.
Well picked. Belongings is the correct answer.
Where did the music master go to buy the slippers?
Great thinking. Mount Road is the right choice.
The music master had bought the slipper from Dash.
You're right. Mount Road is the correct answer.
Hair standing on end is the expression for Dash.
Nice selection. Fright is the correct and valid answer.
The emblem of the ancient Pallava kings was Dash.
Smart pick. A lion is the correct choice.
According to Ravi, Mahendran is a descendant of.
Exactly. Mahabalipuram rishi cats makes sense, and it is right choice.
Is always in a hurry. Who does he refer to?
Right again. Gumama is a valid answer.
Ravi, send that beggar away, was said by Dash.
Nicely done. Rukumanan is a solid answer. Choose the correct describing word for window.
On track, dusty is the correct answer. Who had noticed the old-looking chapels first?
Perfect. Gentle is the correct choice.
The little cat was given the name Mahendran. Great job. True is the accurate answer. Pick out the word similar to strange.
You chose weird, and it is correct.
How does Ravi describe Lali's violin playing? Nice work. You chose derailing, and it is correct. Whose chapels were given to the music master? Right choice. Jipop Mali's is the best answer. Ravi compares Lali's playing violin to a dash. Well reasoned. A derailing train is the correct choice.
What does Midu do before entering the house?
Good job. Your answer takes off her slippers works well here. What was hidden behind the bitter berry bush? Correct response. A kitten is the most accurate answer. On getting a gift of chappals, the beggar dash. Bravo. Vanished in a minute is the answer. According to Ravi, the cat was a descendant of. Excellent choice. Mahabalipuram Rishi cat is the right answer. The cousins of Midu are dash, dash, and dash.
Well done. Meena, Ravi and Lali is the right choice. The music teacher compared Ravi with Hanuman.
You got it? Your choice true is right. The music master was a strong, sturdy person. Great job. False is the accurate answer. With whom did the music master compare Ravi? You got it. Your choice with a holy monkey is right.
Who was so kind and generous in Mahabharata?
Good thinking. Kana is the right answer. What type of head did the music master have? Smart pick. Mostly bald is the correct choice.
Music master was wearing a dash on his hand.
You chose diamond ring, and it is correct. If it dash, we will cancel the match. Excellent. Reins is a brilliant choice. Which instrument was Lali learning to play? Well reasoned. Violin is the correct choice. What is the full name Ravi gives to the cat? Exactly. Mahendravarma Pallava cat makes sense, and it is right choice. Ridu has come to her aunt's house with dash. Great thinking. Abandon is the right choice. To teach the master call to an elephant is. On track. The most difficult thing is the correct answer. What was the ancient Pallava king's emblem? Good job. Your answer Pallava lion works well here. What does the music master compare Ravi to?
Well picked. A naughty monkey is the correct answer.
Which instrument did Lali take classes of? Right again. Violin is a valid answer. Who gave new slippers to the music teacher? You're right. Rookie Bell is the correct answer. From whom were the kids hiding the kitten? Valid point. From Patty is true. How did they serve the milk to the kitten? Strong choice. In a coconut shell is the right answer. Did the violin master wear a diamond ring? Sharp thinking. Yes is the right choice.
What was the name of Mridu's grandfather? Smart move. Take is an accurate answer.
Choose the correct spelling from the poem.
Clear logic. Your choice cracked is sound and 100% true. The beggar was leaning under a dash tree. Correct. Neem is the right answer. The kitten was drinking milk from a dash. Nice selection. Half coconut shell is the correct and valid answer.
The red chilies were kept in dash a tray.
Well done. Bamboo is the right choice. Lally was sitting with her dash das and dash.
Bravo, violin and bowstring is the answer. Who bamboos Mizu in Look 1000's Law? Solid response. Her grandmother Tappy is a valid choice.
The music master was wearing dash ring.
Nice work. You chose diamond and it is correct. In which thing kitten was drinking milk? Correct response. Half coconut shell is the most accurate answer. On what basis did they name the kitten?
Right choice. History is the best answer.
The teacher compared the children with. Excellent choice. Hanuman is the right answer. Who saw Ravi holding the glass of milk? Nicely done. Patty is a solid answer. Dash is the emblem of Pallava dynasty.
Perfect. Lion is the correct choice.
The kitten was kept inside a torn dash. Exactly. Football makes sense and it is right choice. Who was learning from the music master? Valid point. Load is true. Ravi dragged Mudu behind a dash bush. Well picked. Bitterberry is the correct answer. The Egyptian cat goddess name was Dash. Excellent choice. Bets is the right answer. If she had studied, she dashed the exam. Great thinking. Would have passed is the right choice. Who was asked to send the beggar away?
Nice work. You chose Ravi and it is correct.
Where had the beggar spread his cloth? Great job. Neem is the accurate answer. A Hanuman incarnate was said by Dash. Well done. The music master is the right choice. The chapels of music master were Dash. Solid response. Old is a valid choice. What name did Ravi give to the kitten? Clear logic. Your choice Mahendravarma Pallava cat is sound and 100% true. What did Ravi and Meena show to Midhu? Correct response. Cat is the most accurate answer. Who is the writer of Gift of Chappals? You're right. Vasantha Surya is the correct answer. The fur of the cat looked like a dash. Well reasoned. Lion's mane is the correct choice.
Ravi bought dash for the cat to drink.
You chose milk, and it is correct. Who is the main visitor in the story?
Correct. A Sikh is the right answer.
Find the word associated with oldness. Good job. Your answer wrinkled works well here.
The last thing written in a notice is. Nicely done. Designation of writer is a solid answer. In what was the milk given to the cat? Smart pick. Coconut shell is the correct choice. What was the full name of the kitten? Good thinking. Mahendravarma Palavikat is the right answer. Ravi and his classmates went to dash. Perfect. Mahabalipuram is the correct choice. Who stole the milk from the kitchen? Right choice. Ravi is the best answer. Who is Midu staying with in Madras? You got it. Your choice, her grandparents, is right. Did Lali play the violin properly? Strong choice? No is the right answer. The beggar had blisters on his feet. Sharp thinking. True is the right choice. The beggar has been coming here a dash. Nice selection. Every day is the correct and valid answer. I'll go. Who said this? Right again. The beggar is a valid answer. Who has given the slippers to beggar? Smart move. Ravi is an accurate answer. What color was the beggar's teeth? On track. Brown is the correct answer. The kitten is emblem of which kings? Bravo! Pallava kings is the answer. What is the full name of Emp Punai? Excellent. Mahendravarma Palavaikat is a brilliant choice. What was the name of Ravi's mother? Good job. Your answer, Ruku Manan, works well here. Ravi poured the milk for the kitten. Well done. In the kitchen is the right choice. Dash was the Egyptian cat goddess. Valid point. Bets is true. What is the meaning of scurried? Sharp thinking. Ran is the right choice. What did the kids name the kitten? Well reasoned. Mahendran is the correct choice. What problem does the beggar have? Great job. Blistered feet is the accurate answer. Mridu is pulled into the house by. Nicely done. Ravi is a solid answer. Ravi got milk for the kitten from. Perfect. The kitchen is the correct choice. What was the kitten's royal name? Clear logic. Your choice, Mahendravarma Pallavakat, is sound and 100% true. Which is the antonym of lurking? You're right. Converge is the correct answer. The music master had a dash head. Bravo. Bald is the answer. Who is the author of the chapter? Solid response. Van Santa Surya is a valid choice. Meaning of the word scrawny is on track. Thin is the correct answer. The music master wore a dash ring. Nice selection. Diamond ring is the correct and valid answer. There was a dash in the backyard. Correct. Kitten is the right answer. The marks for the 2 toes were. Smart move. Scrawny is an accurate answer. Who was Raku House in the straw? Strong choice. Mother is the right answer. Dash was the little kitty's name. Smart pick. Mahendran is the correct choice. Who was learning to play violin? Right choice. Lode is the best answer. Who is the author of the lesson? Excellent. Vasantha Surya is a brilliant choice. Rukumani's tuck tire is escaped. Correct response. False is the most accurate answer. 1 dash was Midu's grandmother. Exactly, but makes sense and it is right choice. How are the hinges in the shed? You chose Rusty, and it is correct. Midu was living in which city? Great thinking. Madras, Chennai is the right choice. What is the meaning of scrawny? Excellent choice. Thin and skinny is the right answer. What are Midu's cousins' name? You got it. Your choice, Lali, Ravi, Meena is right. Meaning of the word weird is? Nice work. You chose strange and it is correct. Glided, in this context, means? Right again. Smooth motion is a valid answer. In which city did Midu live? Good thinking. Chennai is the right answer. Meaning of patty in Tamil is? Well picked. Grandmother is the correct answer. Music master was in dash tuft. Correct. Old-fashioned is the right answer. Who comes to beg at the house? Strong choice. An old man is the right answer. Vedu vas Rukumani to Marudu. Smart move. Aunt is an accurate answer. The teacher with new chapels. Nice selection. G-pop Mallies is the correct and valid answer. The cat was a descendant from. Solid response. Pallava dynasty is a valid choice. Where was MP Punai sitting? Great thinking. In a torn football is the right choice. The kitten belonged form where? Bravo. Mahabalipuram is the answer. The grandmother took Mridu too. On track. Rock's mam's house is the correct answer. Creaking sound came from dash. You're right. Violin is the correct answer. The pair of chapels was dash. Great job. Covered with dust is the accurate answer. In MP Pune stands for. Smart pick. Mahendravarma is the correct choice. Give synonym dash and others. Correct response. Etc. is the most accurate answer. Who are the cousins of Midu? Right choice. All of the above is the best answer. Ravi got dash for the kitten. You chose milk, and it is correct. The music teacher wore a dash. Perfect. Diamond ring is the correct choice. How is Tapi related to Midu? Nice work. You chose grandmother, and it is correct. Where did Ravi dragged her to? Excellent choice. In backyard is the right answer. Midu was growing up in dash. Good thinking. Madras is the right answer. What was the name of the cat? Exactly. Mahendran makes sense and it is right choice. Where was the kitten hidden? Clear logic. Your choice in the backyard is sound and 100% true. What did the beggar ask for? Well done. Rest is the right choice. The kitten was behind a dash. Excellent. Bitterberry bush is a brilliant choice. Ravi seems to be a dash boy. Sharp thinking. Imaginative is the right choice. What has melted on the road? Well reasoned. Tar is the correct choice. What is Madras called today? Good job. Your answer Chennai works well here. The worshipped cats in dash. Right again. Egypt is a valid answer. Who hates pet in the story? Well picked. Grandmother is the correct answer. Bastard is the name of dash. Valid point. The Egyptian cat goddess is true. Lali's music teacher was. You got it? Your choice, bony figured person, is right. MP Punai stands for dash. Nicely done. Mahendra Pallava, cat is a solid answer. Find the correct spelling. Excellent choice. Descended is the right answer. What were the kids hiding? Right again. A cat is a valid answer. The music teacher where? Clear logic. Your choice diamond ring is sound and 100% true. What was the animal name? Good thinking. Mahendravarma Pallava cat is the right answer. Who gave the kitten milk? Correct response. Ravi is the most accurate answer. Dash are Mridu's cousins. Well picked. Ravi, Lali and Meena is the correct answer. Dash is her grandmother. Nice work. You chose but and it is correct. What was Lali learning? Sharp thinking. Violin is the right choice. Mridu has come with dash. On track. Abandon is the correct answer. What does the rebel do? Well reasoned. Defies others is the correct choice. Who was playing violin? Great thinking. Load is the right choice. Who came near the gate? Smart move. Beggar is an accurate answer. Name of the cat is Dash. Solid response. Mahendran is a valid choice. Meanings: eyes filling. Great job with tears is the accurate answer. Give antonym quietness. Nice selection. Disturbance is the correct and valid answer. Meaning of expectantly. Strong choice. Looking with expectation is the right answer. Dash is Midu's auntie. Correct. Ruku Manan is the right answer. Who was Mridu's aunt? Good job. Your answer Ruku Manan works well here. Ravi is Midu's dash. Bravo. Cousin is the answer. Full name of cat was? You chose Mahendravarma Pallava cat. And it is correct. Ridu lives in Dash. You're right. Madras is the correct answer. Meaning of scrawny? Exactly.
Both A and C make sense, and it is right choice.
Give antonym sober.
Smart pick. Fantastic is the correct choice. Meaning of snooze? Right choice. Short sleep is the best answer.
Who was Mahendran? You got it. Your choice, kitten, is right. Give antonym grow. Well done. Cut is the right choice. Vasu Ravi's aunt? Perfect. False is the correct choice. Give antonym lost.
Excellent. Found is a brilliant choice. Give synonym rule.
Nicely done. Dynasty is a solid answer.
Mahendran was. Valid point. Kitten is true. Name of the cat.
Well picked. Mahendran is the correct answer.
Who was Lali? Excellent. Midhu's cousin is a brilliant choice.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
Well done. Contact Narayan Changdar on Facebook is the right choice.